stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I'm a crypto grind. Currency's flowing up in coins on my mind. My Coinbase the upper, watch your numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, phones in the van. Emptying up my radar, I can't understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move with the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction hit a cash raises ring. Ride the blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, that's the profit.
If you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
We gotta get this money on. Yo, what's good?
Yo, what up?
We in here. What up, everybody? What's good?
What's going on? Peace to everybody that's here. We here.
Let's see, because it looks a little choppy. iPad acting a little weird. Hold on. Take my phone off. All right, there we go. That should help a little bit. All right, y'all. What it do? What's good?
All right.
We definitely got some updates to go over. Still acting weird. Come on.
A little bit.
Okay. All right, so I'm trying to see how it's gonna do. I don't want to get started, start talking, and then y'all like, oh, I can't hear you. You're choppy. Your Wi-Fi sucks. I don't want to get into it. See if it's gonna work. Trying to wave my hand around. What up, y'all? What's good? Yeah, y'all gotta come on in anyway. Let's run them likes up. Let's get them likes up, y'all. We gotta get them likes up. We gotta get engagement up. We gotta turn up. I know the market is boring, but the news not. It's a lot going on. It is a lot going on in the background that is not reflecting in the price, and that is because we are headed into the utility run. Okay? Yeah, laws and regulations matter now. All of this, the price going up off this partnership and this news came out about this asset, them days is over.
Just wrap.
Yeah, it's over with for that. So yeah, we're going into the utility side of the space. So the news is not boring. So yeah, we gotta get that engagement. That's the thing. That's the only thing I don't like about being in a sector with markets is people don't tend to participate when it's boring. You know, everybody want to come when everything rolling, green. You know what I'm saying? Markets is charts is going off the, going through the roof. Everybody's excited and involved. So when it's time to do the work, you know what I'm saying? Crickets.
Yeah. I mean, I get it to a degree, but at the same time, it's called psychology, fam. Like if you're not gonna be in it when the shit is red, like when it's green, you probably not gonna know what to do when it's green. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna fortify your system, just by staying in tune during these times. Because honestly, these are the times when people really get rich. When the market is red, when the market is down, right? That's when your palms should be itching and be like, okay, what can I get into?
Exactly. And this is how you get paid right here.
You don't make money when the market go up.
No, you stack up when the market is down, and you make money as it goes back up. So this is where you make your money right here. This is the most important time to be in crypto. If it wasn't a more important time to be getting involved, getting in the know of what's going on and keeping up with crypto news and just all the progress being made on the back end, this is the most important time in human history, if you ask me, when it comes to finance. This is the most important financial phase I think we've had in a very, very long time. This is a very, very important time to be paying attention. I don't care what sector. Every sector should be paying attention to crypto and blockchain progress. I don't care if you're in real estate. I don't care if you're just an entrepreneur. I don't care if I don't care if you're a day trader. I don't care what you ain't like. This is the time you need to be paying attention to blockchain technology because it's gonna affect all of our lives. So definitely share the live out. Let's definitely get the engagement up. Let's run the lights up, y'all. Double tap the screen. Make sure y'all are subscribed to the channel. We need more subscribers on our channel. You know, most of the time somebody go to your channel and we don't even have 10K subscribers. The support we get, I'd be kind of shocked sometimes when I actually remember we don't even have 10,000 subscribers on here.
Nope.
But the amount of views we get, I'm about to ruffle some feathers because you know we got the amount of views we get monthly. We can go over the analytics. I'll pull the analytics up here. See, I'll be trying to flex, but I'll pull the analytics don't match the subscribers. But see, the people don't see the analytics. They only see the subscribers. So it look like we ain't doing nothing. But the analytics say otherwise. So y'all are watching, but y'all ain't subscribing. So I'm about to start calling my bluff now. I gotta start calling y'all out. Why y'all not subscribed to the channel? Why are y'all hating? But you want these news and updates, but you don't want to subscribe to the channel. Well, how does the channel keep going if you're not subscribed to it? How does the channel, you have to support the channel? Me and D have to survive. He has 2 children. I'm taking care of my mom and my nephew. We got families to take care of. How does the channel survive if you don't subscribe to it and you don't engage? How are we supposed to come? We're the only ones up here doing the updates like this, the way we do it. No one else is doing it like this. So we need everybody to subscribe. If you're not subscribed to the channel, because I'm going to just be honest with y'all, TikTok don't pay squat shit. We get $20 a week from TikTok. That shit ain't. YouTube is where the money is right now. So we're not getting engagement, and it's crazy because it's like if y'all just engage and subscribe to the channel, it wouldn't really be too much, you know what I'm saying? Like
and just like that. That's a simple. And it don't cost nothing. That's the crazy thing. It don't cost nothing. It don't cost nothing. It don't cost nothing.
Because I was looking at the analytics last night, because it was really bothering me last night for some reason, and I was looking at the analytics, and I'm like, on a monthly or just weekly basis, you got just in the last, what is this? Views in the last month, just from December 24th to January 20th that I'm looking at right now. Oh, I'm sorry, here we go, right here. In the last 28 days, we've got 30,000 views. Between 30,000 and 37,000 views in the last 27 days. That's what YouTube is saying. Our channel gets 30,000, between 30,000 and 37,000 views in 28 days, but we have 4,000 subscribers. 4.8K subscribers. Please make the math, like the math is not mathing. So how are we damn near getting 40,000 views, but we don't got 10,000 subscribers? And this is monthly.
And it kept going up. And it keep going up. You know, the view count. It kept going up.
But it just be crazy because y'all be quick to subscribe to a channel that's not trying to tell you how to make money and change your whole fucking situation, but y'all are subscribed to entertainment shit. And not to say like I'm subscribed to certain shit, but it's like y'all have no problem hitting the subscribe button. It's a no-brainer for bullshit. Because that's what it is. It's just bullshit. If it's not making you money and making you better, it's bullshit. So you'll subscribe to that very quickly. But something that's making you money, you'll tune in, but you're not subscribed.
Yeah, we're not talking about the people that's here. We know y'all here. We know.
Yeah, we're not talking about y'all. I'm talking to the 26. It's how many people here? 85 on TikTok. How many people on YouTube?
It's 80 right now.
About 80. Okay. So 165 people is tuned in right now. I'm talking to the other 30,500 people that's not subscribed to the channel. I'm not talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't make sense. It just don't. So I'm talking to the haters. I'm not talking to the supporters. I'm talking to the people that's the other 40,000 viewers that don't subscribe, don't like shit, just be here. Like that's crazy. That's insane. That is exactly why we're going to be talking about a lot more other things in the Patreon. That's why a lot of stuff is not going to be on the live streams no more, because that's crazy. I'm not going to keep coming up here looking crazy and y'all ain't even subscribing to the damn channel that's just completely free. Like y'all ain't even subscribing to the channel. That is exactly why a lot of conversation is going to Patreon. So just be prepared for that. Be prepared for all that.
Shout out to everybody who's in Patreon. We did a deep dive extensively on what's going on in Davos. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it a little bit right now, but we're gonna do an even deeper dive tonight because we in day 3. This is day 3 of them over there in Davos. So we did a deep dive last night and about jobs of the future and everything like that. So listen, that's just where it's gonna be. That's where it's gonna be.
Exactly.
Shout out to my peoples in Patreon.
Shout out
Appreciate
my
y'all.
KB. Shout out my guy KB. He said he's just sent out 40 invites. Appreciate you, gang.
Appreciate you.
But it's crazy because everybody gonna want to tap in. That's why I told D I'm gonna go ahead and start acting funny now. I tweeted it. I'm gonna go ahead and start acting funny now. That's why I'm acting funny and we moving everything to the Patreon. I'm gonna start acting funny now because when crypto blows up at some point this year and beyond, and I'm not saying it all blows up in a day, but when crypto when that momentum starts building up and crypto begins to do what it's supposed to do in these assets that we've been discussing, we already behind the paywall. Cause I don't even want to talk to y'all. At that, like, don't come then, don't subscribe then. But that's crazy because that's when everybody gonna come subscribe. Everybody gonna subscribe when Bitcoin goes back over 126,000, when Ethereum goes back over 4,000 or 5,000, when XRP is hitting 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, $100,000. Then y'all gonna be all over here. No, hell no, hell to the no. Patreon. Patreon.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my answer to everybody. Patreon. Queen D, why y'all come up? Patreon. D, but what about Patreon? I'll answer for him. Don't be trying to go around me and go to D. Patreon.
We still, yeah. We'll still show face over here and shit like that. But we're gonna be like, yo, we're gonna be over here. You know what I'm saying? With this.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. But hey, shout out to the Patreon though.
Yeah, shout out to Patreon.
So we do got some updates to go over. Just like yesterday, we're gonna go over the Davos updates in the Patreon. That'll be in the Patreon. All the Davos updates and all that. We'll briefly talk about a couple things on here today, just because we got a couple clips from the World Economic Forum that we'll play on here. But other than that, the updates for day 2 and all that's gonna be in the Patreon. So make sure you tap into the Patreon. That's where a lot of the content is going. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. YouTube is about to be very brief, but most of our content will be in Patreon because it just makes absolutely no sense. Any person I go to, and I love talking to my oldest sister, and we was looking at the analytics, and she's like, "What the fuck are you getting on there for? They don't appreciate y'all. You got all these views, and your subscribers are still under 5,000. What are you getting on there for?" So YouTube is about to be very brief. TikTok is about to be very brief. Everything's going to Patreon. Them just straight up tell y'all now 100% it's going to Patreon because this is a slap in the face for me and D. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's a slap in the face. So, but yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. We do got a couple updates to go over briefly because everything going to Patreon. Because I'm not gonna put all my energy into something that's not reciprocated. So that's dead. That's not happening in 2026. So we're gonna talk about Ondo. We'll actually start with that. We got some Ondo headlines to talk about. Binance. We're gonna talk about Binance and Ripple because they just listed ROUSD. We're gonna talk about Coinbase CEO because he corrected France's central bank governor on Bitcoin issuance at Davos. So we'll talk about that. We got a couple clips that we're gonna play from the Trump administration, as well as President Trump at the World Economic Forum. We're gonna talk about Evernorth. We're gonna talk about Ripple and the partnership that just happened. Some more World Economic Forum clips. So yeah, y'all in for a quick briefing today. But like I said, content going to Patreon. So for those that support us, y'all shouldn't have no problem with the Patreon. For those that's just hating or just be like, oh, they should just do it for free. Fuck you, straight up. And I'll tell you to your face. So we're gonna go ahead and get started.
We're not. Nah. We did that. We did
that already. We put our time in, so I don't feel bad whatsoever. We put our time in. We was free. We was doing stuff for free. It was nothing. We were just coming up here going live. But now it's like, okay, it's a demand for it. We're gonna do it. But it's like, nah, we can't keep putting energy into people that don't support and don't reciprocate the energy. That's crazy. Here we go. Let's talk about this Coinbase situation with France. Let's get into that first. Brief. Make sure your notes is brief, D. We doing briefings now.
I got you.
Briefing. That's so it. Brief.
So what happened? So basically, Davos, the big global meeting with all the elites. Your boy Brian Armstrong had a public disagreement with France's central bank governor about Bitcoin. So the main disagreement here was the central bank said that he trusts central banks more than Bitcoin, and he said Bitcoin is something run by private issuers, meaning private companies or people. And then Brian Armstrong corrected him, saying Bitcoin has no issuer at all. No company, no government or person controls Bitcoin. It runs on code in a global network. So why Armstrong says Bitcoin is different is because no money printer. So this is the squabble right now. Like, you got all these old legacy systems, these banking systems is colliding with the crypto heads, right? So why Armstrong said Bitcoin is different is because no money printer. Governments can't print. They can print more money, but Bitcoin has a fixed supply. Of course, only 21 million ever, and then more independent than central banks. Central banks are still connected to governments, and Bitcoin is not controlled by any country in the world. And then people choose. Armstrong, people choose. Armstrong says people can decide: do I trust the government money or do I trust Bitcoin? That competition keeps governments more honest. And then Armstrong said when people feel unsure about the economy, they move to Bitcoin, just like people used to move to gold. They move into gold. They damn sure moving to silver right now. Shout out to people that hold in silver. We marching towards $100. We have like $95, $96 an ounce. So Bitcoin is like digital gold. This is what he said. And then what the central banker said, that is the French central bank governor said that central banks are trusted because they are independent and they are accountable to citizens. He believes the system is safer. Of course you believe the system is safer. You're making money off the system, right? You're giving people 0.00005% on their money. Of course you believe it's safer. So, other important voices that was there, of course, CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, was also there. He said that the debate was intense but healthy, and also that innovation and new regulations can work together. So why this matters in the big picture is because world leaders are now serious about debating whether Bitcoin, crypto, not ignoring it. They're not ignoring it, right? They can't ignore it. And then Bitcoin is being discussed as a check on government spending and a real alternative to fiat money. Right, crypto is officially part of the global finance conversations, not just the internet no more. So they was bickering back and forth about that shit, of course.
Oh, okay. So yeah. France just okay.
They like, no, the government's the money. We got the banks where the banking system is safer. So
Yeah, no, you good. That's funny. So that's gonna bring me right into that clip with Trump's son, and I'll go ahead and play this because he right here told y'all straight up that the banks are doing everything they can to block crypto legislation. So I'll play this clip right quick from Trump's son. Here we go.
I mean, the big banks have been an absolute monopoly over our financial system for years. You and I have joked about it 1,000 times. Why can't you send a wire transfer past 5 o'clock on a Friday afternoon? You know why? Because the big banks would love to take hundreds of billions of dollars and have it sit there and clip interest off of it over the course of a long weekend, as opposed to letting you just efficiently move that money using modern day technology, and have it in a separate wallet 2 seconds later. They want to be able to use their money. They want to be able to arbitrage their money. And so, the big banks are doing everything they can to stop some of the crypto legislation for obvious reasons. Why? I mean, the big
there you
banks
go.
have been.
He said they're doing everything they can for obvious reasons to stop the crypto legislation. Insane. Insane. They are doing everything they can. But it's like, nah, this is modern day technology. And y'all got to let this go. We're not about to keep using this dinosaur ass system that y'all trying to keep us on because y'all keep, Y'all keep lining your pockets up. But you know what I'm saying? What about ours? You know what I'm saying? So hey,
stop suppressing. Stop suppressing.
Yeah, it's go time. It's go time. So, yeah, I see. Yeah, shout out to Brian Armstrong for doing that right there because you need to get these motherfuckers all the way together. They tripping.
They tripping.
They definitely tripping.
This is tripping, fam. They are. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, we got 30K over there on YouTube. All right.
You mean TikTok?
I mean, TikTok. My bad.
Yeah, TikTok. Yeah, I see TikTok. It. Appreciate y'all over there on TikTok for double tapping. Yeah. So we got this next article. I just want to briefly go over. I'm gonna go into this stuff more in depth in the Patreon. So I'm not gonna go Yeah, I'm not straining my eyes for this no more. So so Evernorth announces strategic collaboration with T54. So we're gonna talk about it. So Evernorth announced a strategic collaboration with T54 to build what it aims to be the world's largest institutional XRP digital asset treasury. So the idea is to raise over $1 billion to create a regulated corporate treasury that holds, manages, and actively grows XRP holdings using professional yield strategies. So that's why I thought this was a pretty big deal, because here we go with more yield strategies, more DeFi regarding the XRP ledger, because that's literally the only argument y'all really can have about the XRP ledger. I just think that they intentionally haven't told y'all everything that's going to scale on the XRP ledger for obvious reasons. You know, it's probably stuff been going on in the background, stuff been, you know what I'm saying, that they've been actively doing on the XRP, or they just haven't publicly told y'all. You know what I'm saying? But you know, this is the only argument y'all really have regarding XRP. So, but now they're starting to talk a little bit. So, instead of just holding XRP like a passive fund, Evernorth plans to actively manage and grow its position through institutional lending, liquidity provisioning, DeFi yield strategies, and capital markets activities. So they also intend to integrate AI-powered autonomous operations using agentic finance infrastructure from T54. So here we go, modernized technology to help manage complex treasury workflows such as execution, liquidity management, risk assessment, and compliance in real time. So Evernorth is backed by major crypto and finance names and is expected to list on NASDAQ as XRPN once its SPAC merger with Armada Acquisition Corp closes in Q1 2026. So we'll go more in depth with this in the Patreon later about why, you know, why this matters, you know, why this fits the crypto narrative, and just a little bit more about the infrastructure collaboration regarding this partnership with the XRPL. But man, yeah, definitely keep an eye on Evernorth. So yeah, we're going to the next article. Let's go ahead and talk about Binance real quick. So Binance, while we're talking about the XRPL, Binance Exchange, they did list Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin. So let's briefly go over that.
Yeah. So Binance, the biggest institution in the world, the biggest exchange in the world, rather. They listed Ripple's RLUSD. So this is a big deal because Binance has huge trading volume, which helps the coin grow faster. So if you don't know what RLUSD is, it's Ripple's stablecoin, and it's pegged to the US dollar, meaning, you know, one RLUSD equals $1. So it's made by Ripple, same company behind XRP. So where can it be used right now? Right now, RLUSD works on Ethereum. Later, it will work also on the XRPL. And why Binance listing matters, because more people can buy, sell, and use RLUSD, more liquidity, right? So it's easier to trade without price swings. And then the new trading pairs are going to include XRP, RLUSD, and RLUSD USDT. What else Binance is adding is Binance Earn. So that's coming soon. So users can earn yield just by holding RLUSD. Ooh. And then margin and leverage trading. So RLUSD can be used in advanced trading strategies. And this makes RLUSD more useful, not just something to hold. So why people trust it is because RLUSD is fully backed, over 103% reserves. The reserves are held in U.S. Treasury bills and FDIC insured U.S. bank deposits, and is supervised by the New York, the NYD DFS, right? So the New York District Financial Regulators, right? And then in simple terms, it's just more money backing RLUSD, the amount of RLUSD that actually exists, fam. So how big is it already? It launched less than a year ago. So we're not even a year deep with RLUSD. That's crazy. It launched less than a year ago, and it already has $1 billion market cap, fam. And
already at $1 billion market cap. Wow.
Crazy. In less than a year. So that shows strong demand and trust right then and there. So what's the plans, you know, for 2026? Ripple wants RLUSD to work everywhere. So they want to expand it. They want to add RLUSD to Ethereum scaling networks like Optimism, Base, InkChain, Unichain, and use it in Wormhole NTT standard. So that means it's going to be faster transactions, lower fees.
They're going to get it done.
Yeah, and hell yeah. What other choice they got, man? This is You can't stop water from going nowhere, right? From coming in. You can't stop the water from coming in. The water gonna seep through.
For sure.
The water seep through, right? So more apps can use RLUSD. So why this is a big deal long term is because RLUSD could become a global digital dollar used for trading, saving, payments, and aid. And Ripple already is testing RLUSD for humanitarian aid and cross-border payments. Ooh. And major nonprofits are using RLUSD, including the World Central Kitchen, Water.org, Give Directly, and the Mercy Corps. They use it to send money fast, avoid slow banks, and track funds wherever they go. Transparency.
There we go. So we'll stay on the Ripple train real quick. So we got another article. So DXC partners with Ripple to empower global banks with scalable digital asset custody and payments. So let's talk about that real quick. So DXC Technology is a major enterprise IT and innovation services company. They announced a strategic partnership with Ripple to integrate Ripple's digital asset custody and payments technology into DXC's Hogan Core banking system platform. So one of the back-end systems used by large banks around the world. So this collaboration aims to help banks and financial institutions adopt digital asset capabilities at enterprise scale, including secure custody of digital assets, programmable blockchain-based payments, tokenization and transfer of digital assets, all without disrupting banks' existing core systems. So the Hogan platform already supports over 300 million deposit accounts and more than $5 trillion in deposits globally. So this integration could immediately give many banks a path to digital asset services. This is a huge partnership for Ripple, for sure. So this is definitely going to empower global banks with scalable digital asset custody and payments. So don't sleep on that partnership at all, because it's going to enable financial institutions to bridge legacy finance with enterprise blockchain-based solutions without disrupting the core banking infrastructure. That is huge. This is huge.
Sure
So this is definitely something to pay attention to. Again, I'll go more in depth on this article in the Patreon. So we'll go over to this next article. Let's talk about Ondo real quick. We got Ondo. Ondo brings 200 plus tokenized stocks to Solana, challenging X stocks dominance.
Ondo ain't playing around. And hey, man, we've reported the news. They use Solana, fam. So Ondo Finance brought 200 plus tokenized stocks and ETFs to Solana, right? And then if y'all don't know what tokenized stock is, it's a digital version of a real stock. So for Apple, Tesla, any ETF, right? So basically they just added 200 plus of those, and it includes big companies, those blue chip stocks. It includes growth stocks, gold and silver linked products, and these are now available on Solana through the Jupiter Trading app. So Jupiter Trading app. And why this is different is because you're talking about real market prices, you're talking about instant creation and redemption and less price manipulation. So who's competing with X stocks? X stocks was launched in June of 2025. And before Ondo arrived, X stocks controlled about 93% of Solana's tokenized stock market. So X stock stats, they got over $3 billion in transactions, 57,000 holders, and about 182 million locked on Solana. And it's available through Kraken, Bybit, and Jupiter. So they expect this shit to grow over the next several years, for sure. The next several months into the next several years. Ondo didn't start with Solana. They started with Ethereum, BNB chain, and now they're on Solana. So they're across all these blockchains, $2.17 billion locked. This makes Ondo one of the largest real world asset platforms in crypto.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. DeFi.
And more DeFi. A lot of DeFi. It's gonna be a lot of DeFi talk. It's gonna be a lot of DeFi talk. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So we'll keep this train rolling. I want to talk about XDC real quick.
Okay.
XDC in the headlines again. I'm just saying, XDC is normally not in the headlines. So Raze Finance XDC network integration, building a compliant USDC yield layer for RWA. Did you hear what I just said?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. DeFi.
And more DeFi. So
Yep. That's what I heard. Shit.
Exactly. So Raze, I hope I'm saying that right. Raze Finance has fully integrated with the XDC network and announced a strategic alliance with the XDC Foundation to enable compliant USDC dominated yield products backed by real world assets. So this means institutions and investors can now use USDC, a regulated dollar-pegged stablecoin, to access yield opportunities that are tied to real economic assets like private credit, debt, and other cash-producing instruments on chain. The integration essentially gives USDC liquidity a home on the XDC network instead of leaving it idle. By connecting stablecoin holders with Raze's vault infrastructure that tokenizes and manages real assets on chain. So we'll go more in depth regarding this integration with XDC and Raze Finance in the Patreon. But yeah, Raze Finance and XDC. Yeah, XDC just raised the bar with this one. So yeah. But for those that were sleeping on XDC, gave up on it, whatever. You might want to wake up, or you might want to stop giving up.
you might want to just hold off.
You might want to hold on to those assets, because I think you're gonna regret letting that one go. I'm just saying. So because they ain't in the headlines, but it's 2 weeks. What's this, 2 or 3 weeks in a row? I got at least one article with XDC, so I was like, the sleeping giant finally about to show his ass. So I've been waiting. I knew it was coming. Right. I've been waiting for it. So shout out to XDC. Do your homework on XDC. That's not financial advice. Huh?
Fuck it. I just thinking of this TV show I watched, Breaking Bad. This nigga said, you might just want to hold off because your boss is going to need me. That's what XDC just said.
That's what XDC just said. They're definitely going to need it too. Trade fund, they need it. The smart contracts, they're going to need XDC. You better believe it. You better believe it. So let's talk about Bitcoin briefly. Bitcoin just erased all 2026 gains as a $1.5 billion liquidation trap.
Yeah, I said, what the shit?
Trader off guard. I said, damn. They erased all 2026 gains in a $1.5 billion liquidation trap. So it's definitely. I know that caught traders off guard. See what I'm saying?
Woo.
You know what I'm saying? What's going on with that?
You told them not to over leverage, fam. You told them not to over leverage.
Told y'all chill, man.
Yeah. So this one is long and intense. So I'm gonna just break it down simply. And we could go over this further because I want to talk about the Michael Saylor situation in the Patreon later too, because this. Never mind. I'm gonna talk about it later.
Yeah. Let's talk about it in the Patreon. Just give them a little.
So Bitcoin fell, below 90K. That drop erased all of Bitcoin's gains for 2026. So you're talking about a massive $1.5 billion liquidation, caught traders by surprise. So a lot of people bet Bitcoin would go up, got wiped out fast as shit. And how bad was the drop? Bitcoin fell to 87,282. So this happened very quickly, especially during the Asian trading hours. So almost every major crypto dropped too, between Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Cardano. So it wasn't just Bitcoin. And why did this crash happen? Too much fucking leverage. What'd you say, Ash? Too much leverage. That was the number one reason. People are gambling with borrowed money, fam, in these time periods. So, and number two, the number two reason was real selling. So it wasn't just panic, right? This wasn't no fake dip. The data shows that real Bitcoin was being sold. You know what I'm saying? And then whales are starting to move. The whales are moving.
They moving around, D?
Listen, 500 million was moved to exchanges on January 15th. So that was 6 days ago. Mm-hmm. And then another 400 million was moved yesterday. So when whales send Bitcoin to exchanges, it usually means they plan to fucking sell or they're preparing to fucking sell. This is adding huge pressure on price.
Or maybe convert. Maybe they're converting to other assets.
Maybe
better opportunities, better ROIs. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Hey, they moving into an exchange for one reason or another. They ain't moving to exchange to just sit there. I tell you that. Not for Bitcoin to just sit there in an exchange. So you may have something there. And then the ETFs made it worse. Spot Bitcoin ETF saw nearly $900 million leaving in just 2 days. So that means big institutions pulled money out and less buying support for Bitcoin. Woo! I want to go deeper into that Michael Saylor shit later, though. I'm gonna
Okay.
talk about that
And
later.
yeah, make sure y'all on that Patreon live this evening. Yeah, because it's gonna we're gonna go more in depth into these articles, and we're gonna talk about Davos and stuff later. So it'll probably be a little lengthy live stream, but y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve it. So
y'all definitely deserve it.
So we got I got another article. So let's talk about these IDs. So this is the other catalyst outside of like law and legislation, market structure, all that talk, right? The other thing, because the synthetic IDs just made me remember, I wanted to come on here and tell y'all that. Please don't lose sight, and shout out to DeFi King for bringing that to my attention as well. The identification part of this is also a catalyst. That is so we could get laws and legislation, but if we don't get the ID part done as well, we can't move forward. So we need laws and legislation just as bad as we need the IDs and stuff, the digital IDs and stuff to break out as well. So that's another part of this technology that has to emerge in order for us to start seeing price appreciation. So it's two catalysts, because a lot of people were saying it's just legislation. We just need that market structure bill, and we just need the DeFi bill passed and all this. Like, yeah, that stuff is very important, absolutely. But the digital IDs is just as important.
We say it every day. We say it every week at least. You know, KYC, fam. KYC.
KYC, exactly. Because that is a big part of this. Because again, it's centralized. It's not decentralized. No matter what people are debating, where you're not gonna get the centralization. It's over with. Y'all might as well let that go. Y'all not gonna fight for it. Enough people don't know about it to fight for it. So it just is what it is. So yeah, let's talk about these ideas.
Shout out to Daniel. DCCC demo for BlockNation. Give them their flowers. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate you, Daniel. Appreciate you supporting the channel, man, consistently. So we got the synthetic IDs and agent bots force banks to rethink verification. So banks and financial services firms are facing a new wave of identity threats that go beyond traditional fraud, including synthetic identities, virtual bots, and automated agents that mimic human behavior. So these threats are forcing banks to rethink how they verify customers and businesses, because old verification systems that were good enough aren't working well in this environment. So according to a new report collaboration between Payments and Trulio, identity verification used to be mainly about compliance, satisfying regulators, and stopping obvious fraud. But now it's often the first interaction customers have with a brand, and failures in identity checks can block growth, frustrate users, and cost money. So they're calling it synthetic identity fraud. So basically, fraudsters create fake identities by combining real and fabricated information to pass standard verification, which is easy to do, truthfully. And then they're blending a real social security number with the AI generated name or face. And then traditional static checks, like matching a driver's license photo, often can't spot these sophisticated fakes. So yeah. So you got automated bots and agentic threats. So bots and automated agents can mimic real user actions at massive scale, opening accounts, initiating transactions, or probing systems for weakness. So these aren't simple login bots. They behave more like fake humans. So such attacks exploit automation and scale in ways that old verification tools weren't designed to handle. So yeah, more than 75% of financial firms say weak identity systems are blocking expansion into new customer segments and markets. So revenue losses from verification failures, both fraud and lost customers, average around 3% of revenue, totaling tens of billions industry-wide. So we'll go a little more in depth into this in the Patreon as well. But yeah, synthetic IDs and agent bots. So it is forcing banks. So now that banks have to rethink verification, they have no choice but to go with the digital side of this, and biometrics. So hey, change is coming one way or another, because they are sick of the fraud.
They sick of the fraud, and they sick of the way people been doing this for all this time, for decades upon decades. So yeah, man, I'm for it. I'm for it. Listen, if it's gonna help push everything through, I'm for it. Do it, whatever. Y'all can call it the B system. Y'all can call it the, oh no, this shit was gonna happen anyway. It's gonna happen anyway.
Exactly.
Yep.
Get over it. And then we this next article we have here, and then we're gonna play a couple clips. We got digital bank users say they're ready to move 35% of payments off cards. Digital bank users, yes, they are ready, and that's probably everybody in this live. We probably part of that 35% because they probably been looking at the people that actually talk about this type of stuff. Yes, I know a lot of people in the chat. Drop a fire in the chat if you're ready, to move your payments off cards. Cause it's like, for what? So yeah, digital bank users say they're ready to move 35% of payments off cards. I don't blame them. But yeah, let's talk about it briefly, real quick. So a new survey from Payments Intelligence and Trustly finds that digital bank users in the U.S. could shift up to 35% of their payments away from credit and debit cards and toward pay-by-bank methods. So direct payments from their bank accounts, if the right incentives exist. These users who already manage their finances digitally via smartphones say they be likely to switch when there are clear benefits like discounts, rewards, and strong buyer protection attached to pay-by-bank options. So yeah, this is something else we're gonna dive a little bit deeper into in the Patreon. But yeah, this is definitely speaking volume. 35%, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely speaking volume. We'll go a little bit more depth regarding that, about how pay-by-bank is more than just a trend. Digital bank users are comfortable with digital payments, and then the incentives to drive adoption. So we're gonna dive deeper into that in the Patreon. So so yeah, y'all.
Okay.
That kind of concludes the articles. We do got a couple clips that we're gonna play that we wanted to share with you all. I'm gonna actually play, because it's just one that's about, I think it's that long. Where is it at? Yeah, this one's about 10 seconds. So this is just who is this? David Sachs. This is just a clip from David Sachs. It's about 10 seconds, but he says that the Trump administration says banks will go all in on crypto after market structure legislation passes. So he's putting it out there. So for those people that be trolling me or just be asking me, what you gonna do if the price doesn't go up? Blah, blah, blah. Nigga. Continue to hold, because clearly the banks are waiting on market structure just as much as we are. So I'd be crazy to sell just because I don't see immediate price action upon him selling the bill. I would have to be an idiot from all the research and all the news and updates that we keep up with to sell because price didn't immediately go up. So make sure y'all stay away from these people, gang. They are crazy in this space.
They tripping.
Yeah, they definitely tripping. But yeah, this clip's only about 10 seconds, so I'll play it right now.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me stop sharing my screen and share it again. Because I'll restream on that dumb shit.
A good compromise is everyone leaves a little bit unhappy, right? But I think what's going to happen is that after market structure passes, the banks are going to get fully into the crypto industry. So we're not going to have a separate. A good compromise is everyone leaves a little bit unhappy, right? But I think what's going to happen is that after market structure passes, the banks are going to get fully into the crypto industry. So we're not going to have a separate. There
you go.
I know it's cold as hell out there, fam. I know it's
definitely
cold as shit out there.
Definitely. And so here's Trump right here saying that he hopes the crypto bill will get signed soon. So I'm gonna play this clip right here next. Hold on. I don't know why this thing be doing that, but.
To unleash innovation in savings and financing, I'm also working to ensure America remains the crypto capital of the world. And to that end, last year, I signed the landmark Genius Act into law. Now Congress is working very hard on crypto market structure legislation, Bitcoin, all of them, which I hope to sign very soon, unlocking new pathways for Americans to reach financial freedom. And I did it for two reasons. Number one, I thought it was politically good, and it was. I got tremendous political support. But more importantly, China wanted that market too. It's just like they want the AI. And we've got that market, I think, pretty well locked up. If I didn't do it, Biden was totally against it until before the election when they realized that, there were millions of people voting against him over crypto. And all of a sudden they loved it very much, but it was too late. They blew it. But it is politically popular, but it's much more importantly, we have to make it so that China doesn't get the hold of it. And once they have that hold, we're not going to be able to get it back.
This nigga petty as hell.
He lied.
He petty as a mother.
He petty because it's the truth. That was the part that they was not telling the mainstream media because they didn't want people to start looking into crypto. But me and D was on live telling y'all that the crypto holders was going to determine who the president was. And y'all thought I was crazy. Y'all got all in y'all feelings because y'all got all on the emotional side of politics. And I kept telling y'all, family included, that the crypto holders were going to determine the election. And I'm so glad we could fast forward to January 2026 and me and D were 100% correct. He's just petty as hell. And see, you can't tell a person like Trump this type of information because he's going to throw it in your face. But take it or leave it, whether y'all think he's bullshitting or not. This nigga say a lot of shit, but sometimes he be telling y'all the truth because he's petty. He's also petty. Sometimes he be lying, yes. But sometimes he be being petty. And this is one of the moments where this nigga be being petty. And we freaking came up here and told y'all, listen, gang, crypto holders make or break the election. Y'all got to decide whether you're going to be in your feelings and emotional or if you're going to what? Put your wallet on the table. Which one are you doing? You got to pick a side. Emotional, wallet. Emotional, bank account. Emotional, millions. And me and D said, wallet, bank account, millions. I fuck all that emotional shit. Y'all been doing that emotional shit for 300 years. I don't know how long y'all been emotional, but y'all been emotional for a long fucking time, from what I remember. From my little public school education, y'all been crying, marching, and doing a whole bunch of shit for a long time. I'm not doing that shit. So,
and I get it. I get it.
On the table.
I get it too. You're emotional about your money. So why not make a better decision?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why
not make emotional about your money, then you got to make better decisions about your money. So the Democrats are not gonna put money in your fucking pocket. They're not. They're not. They're gonna keep stacking theirs up, and they're gonna keep you indoctrinated into the system that you're emotional about. It doesn't make sense, but I ain't gonna get into it. Let me.
Was they on TikTok telling you to maybe put a couple of dollars into crypto back in 2022? Was they on TikTok YouTube telling you, hey, maybe you might want to get some gold or silver if you can afford it? Was they telling you that shit back in 2022, 2023?
Nope. Mr. Nobody said emotions make you sad sometimes. Yep. Sure does. So there you go. Straight from Trump himself. He sat there and told you all, yes, we're gonna get this market structure bill signed. You'll get signed soon. And right. See, he ready to sign it, but he already know the bill is done. He's just like, okay, when the theater's over, I'm gonna be ready to sign.
He petty as a motherfucker, yo. Yeah, petty, and because he was calling out Europe too. He was calling out Europeans. We're gonna play the clips later. He was calling out Europe. I was saying, oh shit. He was like, y'all ain't shit. Your mama ain't shit. Your daddy ain't shit. That's what he was saying.
Pretty much. So we got another clip here. Let me actually.
Oh man.
Let me actually pull this next one up. Here we go. Here we go. This is Secretary Lutnick. Don't care what your political views are. We're talking about crypto. So he's sitting here. Shout out to D. This is D found this one. Globalization has failed. So Secretary Lutnick at the World Economic Forum. He's gonna talk about it right here. So did he lie to you about globalization failing?
Nope.
He ain't lying.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Nope.
Well, I think you should start at a much higher level.
Okay.
Okay. We are in Davos at the World Economic Forum. And the Trump administration and myself, we are here to make a very clear point. Globalization has failed the West and the United States.
Why is it doing that?
Why is it doing what?
It keeps going on mute. In and out.
Oh, no, it's good.
Well, I think you should start at a much higher level.
Okay.
Okay. We are in Davos at the World Economic Forum. and the Trump administration and myself, we are here to make a very clear point. Globalization has failed the West and the United States of America. It's a failed policy. It is what the WEF has stood for, which is export, offshore, far shore, find the cheapest labor in the world, and the world is a better place for it. The fact is, it has left America behind. It has left the American workers behind. And what we are here to say is that America First is a different model, one that we encourage other countries to consider, which is that our workers come first. We can have policies that impact our workers. Sovereignty is your borders. You're entitled to have borders. You shouldn't offshore your medicine. You shouldn't offshore your semiconductors. You shouldn't offshore your entire industrial base and have it be hollowed out beneath you. You should not be dependent for that which is fundamental to your sovereignty on any other nation. And if you're going to be dependent on someone, it darn well better be your best allies. Okay? And so that is a different way of thinking. It is completely different than the WEF. I viewed the WEF as not a flagpole in the middle, but in fact, they are the flag. Whichever way the wind blew, so it blew. You should have solar, you should have wind. Why are you going to do solar and wind? Why would Europe agree to be net zero in 2030 when they don't make a battery? They don't make a battery. So if they go 2030, they are deciding to be subservient to China, who makes the batteries.
He cooked their ass.
Cook.
He cooked their ass, bro. I'm sorry.
Damn.
He cooked.
Damn.
Globalization was a complete failure. There's so many people out here struggling. Job market sucks. I mean, just overall, Lutnick made great points. He wasn't lying right here. I'm sorry. I don't agree with everything with Lutnick, but this one right here, he ain't lied about.
No, he was on the mark. He was on the mark with that one. And Cats is definitely falling behind. So, I mean, good luck. Good luck. They got the. Why do you think they're making all these Hunger Game movies? Trying to show y'all something, nigga. They trying to show y'all something. They trying to show y'all something, fam. So, you know, y'all can either take heed or good luck, fam. Good luck.
I got one more clip with Larry Fink, and then that'll conclude the live for today. But yes, so Larry Fink, so it says here, suddenly Larry Fink and the elites in Davos have switched from going all in on climate change to now all in on AI. No more shilling for wind and solar. AI cannot survive on intermittent energy. They are now all in on coal burning power plants and nuclear power. Y'all better have y'all some motherfucking copper, silver, and gold. Y'all better get y'all precious metals up too. Y'all better get y'all precious metals up. That's probably why metals going through the roof too.
You know it.
They need all of that. They need it.
So here you got two different clips. You got one from what his stance was before, and that one with the blue background is what he's talking about right now.
Right now. Okay. So we'll play this first one.
World is going to be short power. Short power. And to power these data companies, you cannot have just this intermittent power like wind and solar. You need dispatchable power because you can't turn off and on these data centers. The world is going to be short power.
Because he said you can't turn off and on these data centers. And then here he is today.
We believe that outside the United Nations, this is the largest gathering of global leadership of the post-COVID period of time. For many people, this meeting feels out of step with the moment. We hear all about the elites. And how does that play out in an age of populism? How does an established institution make a difference in an era of deep institutional mistrust? And there's some truth to the critique. I believe in this forum for a long time. I certainly wouldn't be leading this if I didn't believe that we can change and make the world better. But it's also obvious that the world now places far less trust in us to help shape what comes next. If the World Economic Forum is going to be useful going forward, it has to regain that trust.
Okay. They going all in on AI.
Mm-hmm.
They going all in.
Yep, and we'll talk about that more. We'll talk about that more because I got highlights from yesterday. I got some what people was talking about yesterday, day 2. We got some shit for what Jokers is talking about today. Because Switzerland, it's already later in the day in Switzerland. So we're gonna have some stuff for y'all later in the Patreon.
100. So yeah, make sure y'all tap in, man. Patreon link in the descriptions, in the bio. D is also running another call for you guys to take advantage of that free trust at 3 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys take advantage.
20 minutes. 20
minutes. So yeah, make sure you guys take advantage of that free trust opportunity. At least learn about what they're talking about. Hop on that call, completely free. Hop on that call, earn that free trust. But yeah, y'all, other than that, we'll see the rest of y'all in the Patreon. For those that decide to get in the Patreon, we'll see y'all in the Patreon this evening to go over some more updates. So yeah, appreciate y'all tapping in with us. But yeah, this probably gonna be the last lengthy. Like, how long was this live stream? 57 minutes. Yeah, get used to them. Probably being 20-30 minutes moving forward, if you're lucky. Moving forward. So, but other than that, y'all, yeah, tap in with us in the Patreon. We appreciate y'all.
All right. See y'all.